I think the main thing that people want to know is what's his view of the Mueller investigation. And I can assure you, based on what I heard, that he has a high opinion of Mr. Mueller, believes that Mr. Mueller is doing a professional job, will do a professional job, will be fair to the President and the country as a whole, and has no reason for Mr. Mueller to stop doing his job, and is committed to allowing Mr. Mueller to finish. As to the President, I asked him, he said some pretty tough things, and Mr. Barr says, well, he's the one on the receiving end of this. He's sort of the accused, and from the President's point of view, I think he believes it is a witch hunt because he didn't think he did anything wrong. And I can remember the Clinton days when Ken Starr was part of a right-wing conspiracy. That's just sort of the way these things go.
Senator,
he had absolutely no indication he was going to tell Bob Mueller what to do or how to do it, that he's confident that Mr. Mueller will pursue the facts and the law. The memo, that was his opinion about the slippery slope of obstruction of justice charges against a president who wants to terminate a political appointee. He's got to believe that that is a dangerous precedent to set. And his memo was shared with other people. He wanted their input, and we're going to share with the committee all the folks that Mr. Barr talked to and shared the memo with, and he will give you an explanation at the committee as to why he wrote it. He has a high opinion of Rod. They talked. Mr. Rosenstein mentioned to him when they first met, I think, that 2 years would probably be enough. He has got some ideas of a deputy. I told him, pick somebody you're comfortable with, the President can approve, and I trust his judgment to find a worthy successor to Mr. Rosenstein. I thought the President did a good job of explaining the humanitarian problem on both sides to those who are coming here, the abuse that women go through and children to get to the country. What happens when criminal or illegal immigrants are, allowed to come back time and time again. I thought it was a pretty persuasive case that we need to secure a border. We need to realize that illegal immigration is a human tragedy at multiple levels. To my Democratic colleagues, I don't believe you're going to get much traction that the President is manufacturing a crisis, because all of you, including me, have voted for billions of dollars to secure the border, very much like the President's proposing. Toward the end of the week, there'll be some ideas emerging from the Senate that would have some bipartisan buy-in. But here's what the Democrats are going to ask, and this is a good question. Will the President sign it? And I think the President's open-minded to a deal. He's firm on the idea he needs border security money, including money for barriers. But I believe and hope he's open-minded to a deal, wall play.